Hey everybody, Kensurfs here. We're in the shave den and it's time for another shave. This time I'm going to take you back in the time machine. We're going to go back and do a vintage shave, 1995. And 1995 was the year that Gillette introduced the Sensor Excel razor. This is my original Sensor Excel that I've had since probably 1997. They came out with a sensor, I think in 90 or 93, and then a few years later in 95, they came out with the Excel. And the Excel had additional rubber fins that were supposed to help pull your face or stretch your face when you were shaving it for a nicer shave. Now, this razor is also one of the most collectible vintage cartridge razors that I have seen on eBay. You can get your track twos, you can get your Atras, you can get the sensors, but the Sensor Excel, the vintage ones, are very spendy, very expensive. Here's what one of them looks like that's on eBay right now. Now, I'm also going to flash back to one of my favorite colognes that I wore throughout the 90s, late 80s to the 90s, and that is Calvin Klein Obsession. And I happen to have some of the vintage aftershave there and the vintage Ude toilette. So I'm going to be using this today. I'm going to be using a vintage Everready. Back in the old days, you know, I only started wet shaving several years ago, but back in the 90s, the mid 90s, I was not using a brush. We were using canned, you know, Gillette or whatever, canned shave cream. But I'm gonna kind of stick with the vintage stuff today. So I will use a brush, a restored Everready, and I'm going to use, I just picked this up. It's modern, but Tobbs has been around for quite a while. This is organic shaving cream from Tobbs, unscented. So I'm going to be using that in today's shave. Now, I was lucky enough to find, you can still find Sensor and Sensor Excel blades on the shelves, but man, there's something different about the updated versions of everything. And I really prefer the vintage, and I've had this for a little while. I picked this one up off eBay. Still comes in the old sleeves here. And I still have the original holder, but in the back, you have like a spot that you can put your cartridges. Now these cartridges, I don't trust these ones. They've been in there quite a while. In fact, I'm going to eject that blade. And I am going to use this one today. Here we go. Brand new blade, vintage, circa 1995. Now I started using this razor in 1997. I was listening to an interview with, of all people, Howard Stern. He had just finished making his movie Private Parts, and I really enjoyed his, you know, he talked about everything, you know, as you know, if you know Howard Stern. But he was on the set shooting that movie for several weeks, and they had to make sure that he was clean shaven and no cuts. So the movie studios, the makeup people, the makeup artists, they were using Sensor Excels, and he talked about that. And I thought, man, good enough for Hollywood, good enough for me. So I bought this back then, and I have not regretted it. So I will be using that in today's shave. All right, let's get this shave started. Hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving. It's Saturday today. I had to go to my sister's yesterday for like the second day of Thanksgiving. We had Thanksgiving here, then we went to my sister's, so it's been a lot of turkey. I'm still tired. A lot of turkey. A lot of food. All right. All right. Go. It's a little soft, but it's going to be good enough just to lather this up. Kind of lightly rub that on there. Oh, too much. Oh, too thick. Oh well, it'll work. I guess you can never have too thick of a soap. There we go. There we go. Unscented. Still has a scent to it, but really, wow, look at that lather. Cannot go wrong with Tobbs. Cannot go wrong with Tobbs, that's for sure. I was was just looking today, because sooner or later, they do pop up. If you can find the, and remember, they have Sensor and they have Sensor Excel. There's a difference. This is an Excel. They're hard to get. If you got one, hang on to it. Oh, there we go. I've been keeping this razor in the shower for, oh, probably about the last 5 years, and I can use it, you know, in a hurry. But the cartridges are very hard to find, the original. And like I said, they have the new stuff, but I'm trying to keep the collection pure, let's say. An obsession, boy, like I said, the two vintage fragrances that I used from the 90s, late 80s and 90s were Obsession by Calvin Klein and Eternity. And they really turned a lot of heads. Now, you know, my wife says, oh, that's old stuff. You know, you got to go with the more modern. But there's just something about those classic scents. And you can still get Obsession today. I don't know if they've changed the formula. Do you guys know? You diehard, I forget the, who know the colognes. There's some people who really, really know their colognes, and they know when it changed, when the scents changed, and when somebody sold out and some other companies making this stuff now, they say it's just sometimes not the same. The original formula was always the best. Has it changed? The stuff I'm using in today's shave from the 90s, is it different than the stuff you would get on the shelf today? If you know, I'd be curious to hear. Get to go out to dinner tonight with my wife and another couple we know. Kind of an after Thanksgiving thing. I've been eating and eating and eating. So, I'm trying to maintain my weight. Actually, if I could get my weight down to 200 pounds, it would be awesome. I'm kind of hovering around 210, always 213, 29, 213, 29. It would be nice to get down to 200, or even 205 would be decent. All right. Now, you know, with a cartridge razor, you don't have to do 2 passes, but I'm just so used to DE shaving and talking to you people, you cool viewers who took the time of your busy schedule to watch this channel. Thank you very much, by the way, and I do absolutely appreciate your subscriptions. Thank you very, very much. Oh, man, there's almost nothing left here. Almost nothing left. I see they have some Sensor Excel blades. I don't know if they're from Europe, but they seem to be making this razor still in, it might be India. I'm not quite sure. It's a little different. Then they have some that have actually black fins on them, but this is the original. The original. It's kind of good to get the retro stuff out again. If you go to estate sales, here's a tip. You go to an estate sale, they'll have a lot of stuff out tagged. But if you ask them, say, hey, you know, I collect old vintage razors. I know you don't have any out, but is it possible they're in a drawer, maybe in the bathroom or something? And often you can pick these, you know, I mean, I've heard people getting $3, you know, with the original, with this. So, pretty cool. I was just looking, like I said, on the eBay, and man, they go from $50 to $99 for a razor that you can get the updated version for like $13. The original are collectible. Perfect. All right. All right. You can tell I'm a collector. You know, got all this vintage stuff here. Before I started doing the channel, I was collecting all sorts of items. And doesn't hurt to have one of these in your collection if you can find one. as the movie studios told Howard Stern, we use it because we don't want to give you nicks. There are no nicks there. Very smooth. Now again, I'm not talking about the modern stuff. This was a vintage one. All right. Gosh, almost out of aftershave. See? Still see it says aftershave on there. We'll use a little. Oops, a little, not a lot. Oh well. Ooh. Mellow burn. Very mellow burn. Very mellow scent. My wife's gonna hate me tonight. I'm usually sporting something modern, you know, but tonight I'm just gonna leave this on. And I did bring out the Uday toilet to add a little longer lasting scent. There we go. All right. Well, there we have another video wrapped up. Thank you very much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to doing another video for you very soon. Next one will be with a DE razor that's going to be coming out on the 27th of this month. So 2 more days. I will shoot that one next. So probably Monday, that one will come out. I'm catching up. It's been like a week apart. I like doing at least two a week, and I like hanging out with you. So that's the banter for today. Till next time, stay safe.